Hey everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed the 5th free title update digital presentation that Capcom decided to put out earlier today. And as I mentioned in my very quick reactions video for the entire event, they went ahead and updated the website, giving us more details and more information that we simply didn't even actually get to see in the digital presentation itself. And of course, more confirmation and details provided through the patch notes. Now I'm going to be putting out a video for the patch notes later today, maybe tomorrow morning, discussing everything that is there, plenty of balance changes and brand new details. But essentially here in this video, I'm going to be going over everything that they decided to reveal that wasn't necessarily presented on the presentation itself. And I want to start out by talking about the brand new Curious Crafting melding options, Vigor and Cyclist, because one of the biggest worries that a lot of people had, especially when I jokingly talked about openly, that maybe all your talismans, your god charms that you have been kind of getting through melding Aurora, where you get to select the skill that you want and then essentially you re-roll over and over and over until you hopefully get something good, maybe those god charms will eventually go away and become obsolete, since the new melding options most likely would give you better skills, of course brand new talents, and probably it's going to be a little bit better than you're expected. So one of the things that we do get to see in the actual trailer itself, but is later confirmed in the website, if you actually pause the video for a little bit, you do get to see that in the Curious Melding Vigor, this is the one that uses anomaly investigation parts, you do get to see that there is a very clear distinction. It's kind of like in between frames, so it looks a little wonky, but it simply says that specify one skill, then provide the required talismans made via Curious Melding to meld new talismans. You are guaranteed to receive new talismans with this skill. So Cyclist pretty much has the 100% guaranteed option, just like Aurora, where you are going to be able to get pretty much a selected skill that you want. So if you're looking for that plus attack 3 and then more talents or whatever, or some of the new talents to become your secondary skill, that is going to be an option available there, which is really good. Aurora is an amazing option. The only difference is, of course, you don't get that 4-0-0 or 3-2-1. You only get 3-1-1s, if I remember correctly, when it comes to deco slots. Now the big kicker here is that something that you actually get to see in the trailer itself, and is only shown for a very quick second, and this is pretty much Curious Melding Vigor. Now we don't have any guarantee that Vigor will also let you select your skill as well. There's no screen that showcases that or anything like that. It's not even confirmed on the website, but one of the things that we do get to see is that when they are using the selected Curious Melding Cyclist, and you're only able to use talismans from Vigor that you obtain through Vigor, what you do end up seeing here is that the last talisman that they showcase is a 3-3-1. Now I may be going crazy, maybe I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but as far as I'm aware, you've never been able to have 3-3-1 as an option. The highest you can get is 4-0-0 or 3-2-1. Of course, through Aurora, like I mentioned just a second ago, the highest you can get is 3-1-1. But as far as I'm aware, without having any sort of like boosted anything or like cheating, of course, you cannot get 3-3-1. So what this is showcasing to me, at the very least, is that Curious Melding Vigor now has the option for 3-3-1. Let me know in the comments if I'm crazy about this. Maybe I'm wrong, but this, as most as I can remember, has only been 3-2-1 so far. So let me know if I'm right on that. I'm not actually sure now that I'm starting to double doubt myself, but I think I'm right. So at the very least, worst case scenario, what we're looking at here is that you're most likely going to be crafting a lot of like maybe garbage talismans with Vigor, random stuff, but then eventually Cyclist will let you choose the talisman that you want. So, maybe that is the best case scenario. Now the next thing that I wanted to talk about that is a little bit talked about on the website is, of course, anomaly research quests. They mentioned that new monsters, including Risen, Shagaru, Magala, and of course Crimson Gold Valstrax, become anomaly investigation up to level 300. One of the things that I'm going to speak about when I talk about the patch notes, and something that we do get to see in the patch notes, is that they of course added more monsters to anomaly investigations. So yes, indeed, they're talking about here both Risen, Shagaru, and of course Crimson Glow. But at the same time, we don't have the confirmation yet because we haven't seen in the game yet the patch. The patch isn't live yet, so even in the data mines are not haven't gone live yet, so we can't necessarily know so far. But we can be expecting Apex Diablos and Apex Sonogre there as well. There has been some suggestion that of course maybe Risen Apexes could become a thing maybe in the next patch. We don't necessarily know, but of course that's still a suggestion. So at the very least, 4 new monsters should appear in Anomaly Investigation Quest. Of course, in the website, they also make a little bit more of a clarification regarding special investigations should only be attempted by those who have true confidence in their strength. With a max quest level 300 is completed, the player who posted the reward a special investigation only once. These quests are extremely dangerous and difficult. Completing them will not yield any new quests or luxurious rewards, but you can earn special badge of heroes if you complete a lot of these quests with different target monsters. So no, you're not getting boosted armor sets. No, you're not getting actual better rewards. You just get to say that you did special investigation chaotic Gore Magala if you're able to take it down. Of course, at the end of the day, this is presumably north of level 300 difficulty. A lot of people, and myself included, think of these as hazard type event quests pretty much. So these are going to be a little bit north of that. That's at the very least what we are expecting there. Of course, on the website they also have new descriptions for the monsters themselves. Amatsu is an elder dragon that can manipulate the weather and be able to conjure up unrelenting gales. Amatsu glides through the air and currents by creating and using their wing membrane, making it look like they're dancing in the sky. The storms they summon are extremely destructive and can lay entire cities to waste, thus they are known as the Looming Calamity. When enraged, their storms become even more violent, enveloping a new area and unrelenting lightning strikes. One of the things that I saw a couple of people suggest is that this is actually a powered up Amatsu, so the one that you're going to be fighting, chances are, is the most powerful version of an Amatsu that we have seen just yet. Remember, there were boosted up versions of Amatsu in previous games, but maybe this one, since it has been tweaked a little bit, is the most powerful version of Amatsu that we have seen so far. Certainly he has full powers of the wind and lightning in the short clips that we get to see, but until we get to fight it, we won't really know. At the same time, they also have a new description for Risen Shagaru Magala. I always keep forgetting. Risen Shagaru Magala is an elder dragon that has found a way to overcome their affliction. By suppressing the curious virus, they have gained great strength with new abilities. They release large quantities of frenzy virus, resulting in explosions with increased radius. Anything that gets in their way will fall to their powerful wing arms. When their anger reaches the peak, they'll enter into their risen state and their body will begin to glow. So of course they have their curious burst like any of the other monsters, which is not that big of a surprise. And I do expect this thing to be actually more menacing than Amatsu in general, even more dangerous than Risen Crimson Glow Valstrax, because that's just how Shagaru fights. That thing is pretty tough to take down. Now, of course, in the presentation and the website itself, they also give a little bit more descriptions regarding, of course, the set of event quests, new downloadable armors that were going to be part of that, new, layered option rewards that we're going to get there, the little Lagambi bunny ears or whatever it is, and of course, plenty of paid DLC. I'm kind of surprised that they spend so much time talking about paid DLC when they know people don't really want to see that. They're showcasing stamps and stickers and stuff. People don't care about any of that. Certainly not a lot of people buy it, but of course, for whatever reason, they just decided to spend half the presentation talking about, paid DLC for whatever the case is. Now, of course, they updated the roadmap as well, and this is the last thing that I wanted to quickly mention. On the website as well, they showcased a new roadmap, and there, of course, you do get to see, what they're calling once again just a bonus update. Now, I'll repeat this, and this is something that I spoke about in the actual reactions video, that in the Japanese and Korean websites, they're actually calling it the 6th free title update coming in June. For whatever reason, here we only get to call it a bonus update. Maybe they think bonus is more important than, whatever. I want to make a separate video to discuss that a little bit, but I also want to make a very quick clarification, because there was someone very relentlessly in the comments trying to just complain that I said very adamantly that there would be no 6th free title update, and that is not based on my opinion. That is based on literally the data mines. The data mines suggested that all of the content that we have been talked about, which is pretty much everything that I talked about, they showcased in the presentation today. So first and foremost, once again, I was accurate, but more importantly, everything that they showcased in the presentation was supposed to be part of the 5th free title update, but for whatever reason, Capcom decided to pull EX Malzeno and put it into his very own update. Now, of course, there's plenty of discussions as to why that could be. We can get to those at a later date. I certainly want to encourage you guys to let me know in the comments your take on that. I will be giving my own as I think about it more. There's plenty of other videos that I want to get to. First and foremost, certainly patch notes and other things. I want to discuss the event quest that we're getting tonight and all the other things that are more pending. But I want to circle back to this specific discussion regarding why they decided to reveal a 6th free title update and post specifically one monster there. So it's not like I was wrong. Literally everything that I said that they were going to showcase, they literally showed it. We just didn't necessarily expect them to pull one monster and make it his very own update. No one saw that coming. The data mines had no information on that whatsoever. I'm sure the next patch, once it drops later today or tomorrow, and other people were asking me as well, when is the patch dropping? Is it tonight or is it tomorrow? My wager is going to be tomorrow, because the patch, the new event quests are dropping tonight. So they're not going to drop the event quest tonight for 4th free title update and then drop it literally minutes later, drop the 5th one. They're not going to do that. So chances are the quests are tonight. Tomorrow we get the next update, and then we should be, good from there. So we'll be talking about this at a later date. Don't worry, we're going to circle back to that. Certainly, I want to hear everyone's feedback on why it is that they're doing that. But that's about all the information that they have on the website regarding the 5th free title update. I certainly wanted to circle back on this and clarify a couple of things. And more importantly, those melding options are really, really looking interesting. I'm very excited to see what more we're going to find out. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.